Hello, and welcome to this video in the series of videos of how you, as a judge or court staff, can navigate through the platform for the 24/7 on courts. In this next video of the series, the module that will be covered is admission or taking cognizance of cases. This process will initiate after the general courtroom manager or junior superintendent has sent the case to the judge after ensuring that there are no defects. In this module, the following tasks will be covered. 1. How is it that you can open and view a file that is due for admission as a judge? 2. How is it that you can review the case file and mark any defects? 3. How is it that in the case of the absence of any defects in the case file, you can register the case? 4. Post registering the case, how is it that you can schedule the admission hearing and issue the notice to the accused? And lastly, how is it that you can admit the case post the admission hearing? Let us begin. Note that the process of admission or taking cognizance will be done primarily by the judge with the assistance of the staff. Thus, in order to initiate, we will start at the login screen by inputting sample credentials for the judge. These will be provided. Select the city column from the drop-down, which is the only option, and then click on Continue to proceed. You will then navigate to the home screen of the particular case. Now notice that there are a bunch of cases on the home screen of the judge under the Your Cases section on the left. In order to look at the admission stage, filter for those cases that are at the cognizance stage, or simply open a case at the cognizance stage. Here I am opening the case Santosh Kumar versus Kavita M. Click on the case and then you will be able to see the case file. With that, the first task of opening and reviewing a file due for admission has been completed. Note that on the left-hand panel, the different sections of the case file will be detailed, which can be used to navigate through that section in the case file. Read through the entire contents of the case file and the attached documents. In case there are any defects, the Send Back for Correction button can be used to add any comments for litigants or advocates to view. Input the particular comments. Then you can click on the Send button in order to send the case back. The case will then be sent back to correction. Note that in case there are no defects on a particular case file, you can similarly review it. Navigate through the entire case. Then click on the Register Case button. With that, the next two tasks of sending a case file back for correction by the advocate or litigant and of registering the case have also been successfully completed. Note that on registration of the case, the CMP number of the case will be generated and the CNR number of the case will also be generated. Either of these two can be used to reference the case going ahead. The system will then prompt you to schedule the admission hearing in this case. Click on the Schedule Admission Hearing button to continue with this process. The system will provide a suggestive prompt with 5 of the closest dates for the next hearing. You can select any of these dates for the next hearing or select a custom date. We will see how selecting custom date works in the module for calendar management, scheduling, and rescheduling. After selecting a date, click on Generate Order. Once you click on Generate Order, the order for scheduling of hearing date for the purpose of admission will be auto-generated. The next hearing date will also be filled based on your choice on the previous screen. Then select the parties that are required for the next hearing. Add any other comments required for the order. You can then either save this order as draft, which you can access through the order section of a case, like we will see in the View a Case module, or you can click on Review Order. If you click on Review Order, you will be able to see a PDF preview of the order in a templated format that is generated by the system. To proceed, you can click on Add Signature. You can either e-sign the order through Aadhaar, or you can upload the order document itself with signature. For that, you will first have to download the order and then sign it either via digital signature certificate or by physically signing it and re-uploading it onto the system. Both these modes of signature will be covered in detail in the video for orders and judgments. Once a particular mode of signature has been completed, the status of the same screen will update to show your signature is signed. You as the judge will then be able to issue the order. Note that in this flow, the confidential assistant or legal assistant can assist you to the extent wherein they can help you to draft the form for the order. However, signing must be done by the judicial officer. Post the scheduling of the admission hearing, as per Section 223 of the BNSS, the notice will also have to be issued to the accused. The system will prompt a step for the same by clicking on Issue Notice. Click on this and you will see that the next hearing date is automatically populated in the order for issuing the notice. From a drop-down, you can select the Section 223 notice as the notice type. Select the respondent as the party to whom the notice will be sent. Then you can select the channels via which the notice must be sent. Add any further comments and review the order similarly, sign it and publish it. With that, the next task of scheduling an admission hearing and issuing notice to the accused in compliance with procedure has also been completed. Now, the decision on whether or not to admit the case will be taken during the admission hearing. The initiation of the admission hearing can happen either via the calendar, as we will see in the module for calendar management, scheduling, and rescheduling, or it can happen by going within the case on the date of the hearing and starting the hearing from the overview page. Once the hearing is started, based on the presence of the parties, the details submitted by them, etc., the decision on whether to end or adjourn the hearing can be taken, and post that, decision can be taken to admit the case. Here, the details of the hearing are recorded. The accused was not present, however, cognizance has been taken by going over the facts. The summary is also been recorded. The hearing can then be ended and next hearing date can be set. Note that the process of actually ending the hearing and then scheduling the next hearing date will be very similar to scheduling the admission hearing and then signing and publishing the order for the next hearing date in that case. Now note that in this particular case, post the hearing, the admit case button can also be clicked to formally take cognizance. The system will prompt you to confirm the decision where you can click on Yes, I'm sure. And with that, the admission of the case will be completed. Thus, we now come to the end of the module on admission, where you have seen how you can open and view a case file due for admission, how you can send a case file back for correction in case there are defects, how you can register a case, and post that schedule the admission hearing by also issuing the notice under Section 223 of the BNSS, and how post the admission hearing the case can be admitted by the court. Thank you.